Hi, my name is Marin with Healthy Approach, and I'm here to show you a really great Vinyasa flow that you can do any time of the day for stress relief or just for a good stretch. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start sitting on the heels of our feet like this. If this is too difficult, feel free to use a yoga block or a pillow. And we're just going to find our breath right here. Place the palms of your hands on the top of your thighs. Breathe in deep through the belly. Exhale through the mouth. Nice big breath through the belly, in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Try to focus on finding your spine, getting nice and upright, shoulders back, chin parallel to the floor, and find relaxation. When you're ready, bring your hands up and get up on your knees as you interlace your fingers and place them right behind your head. Looking up towards the sky, you're going to push your hips forward and look up towards the ceiling. If this is too difficult for you, feel free to place both hands on the lower of your back to support yourself. Nice lower back compression, opening up the chest. Breathe in deep, keeping that core nice and tight. Hips are pushed forward. If you feel like going back further, you can feel free to drop into the camel pose, reaching for your ankles. When you're ready, gently pull yourself back up. And bring your hands back behind your head if it isn't already there. As you exhale, gently tilting your neck down. You're not pushing your neck here, you're just letting gravity take over. Keeping your spine nice and straight still. We're only bending at the neck. When you're ready, go ahead and look up. Find yourself in tabletop pose. Bring your wrist right underneath your shoulders and your knees right under your waist. And let's do a couple inhales for cat and cow pose here. Nice inhale, looking up into cow pose. Exhale and push away from the ground, creating an arch in your back for cat pose. One more time now. Inhale for cow pose. Exhale for cat. When you're ready, tuck your toes in and push up and back into downward dog. Feel free to ease into this pose, rocking back and forth, bending your knees, pushing your hips side to side. And then focusing on extending your legs, heels toward the ground, hips up towards the sky, pushing that upper torso away from the ground. Breathe in deeply as you find ease into this pose. Continue to push your heels towards the ground and your upper torso away from your palms. As you inhale, bend one knee, bring it up to the front, and relax your hips down. Now slowly bend at the waist, bringing your chest towards your thighs and your forehead to the floor. Feel free to extend your arms up if you feel more comfortable doing that, pushing your palms into the ground. Make sure you focus on rotating your hips down towards the ground. With a nice big exhale, sit right up into an upright position here. Again, making sure those hips are rotated down towards the ground. You're gonna feel this stretch in your back glute over on this side behind you. And if you feel like it, you can start to walk your ankle out more forward for a deeper stretch. Focus on keeping yourself upright, core nice and tight, as you inhale and exhale deeply into this pose. Make sure your gaze is forward. You're keeping your chest nice and open, shoulders back. And if you want, you can begin to walk your heel out. Stretching this heel out will deepen the stretch in your glute. You can walk it all the way out as far as you can if you'd like. Just focusing on bringing those hips down into the ground. When you're done here, go ahead and lift up and go right back into downward dog. Lift those hips up. Continue to push back away from the ground. Heels grounding into the ground. Relaxing your head in between your arms. And take a big inhale and step one foot in between your palms. And then stretch up, extending your legs and doing a nice bend towards your front leg. If you need to, you can walk up and flatten your back. Make sure you don't put any pressure on the knee, either above or below the knee. Keeping those hips nice and straight. One toe is pointed up at that corner. Now we're going to rotate our feet forward and go ahead and bend at the waist. Right here, nice wide-legged forward bend. And feel free to shift your hips side to side if you need to. Walk out as wide if you feel like you need more assistance in getting deeper to the stretch. And go ahead and place both hands flat on the ground as you bend here, keeping your back nice and straight. Now go ahead and place one hand in the middle and rotate up and around. Reaching one hand up towards the sky as you look up behind you. Take nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the belly. And rotate back down and relax in the forward bend position again. Feel free to turn your palms in the opposite direction and begin to walk back, pulling your torso down into the forward bend position even deeper. Try not to round out your back, keep it nice and flat, focusing on bringing your belly button towards your thighs or in between your thighs, rather than your forehead to the ground. Nice deep breath, opposite palm on the ground right in front of you. And inhale as you rotate towards the sky. In the other direction now, looking up behind you. Nice deep inhales. Nice gentle pressure against the ground with your palm and your feet. Stay nice and centered in your weight, evenly distributing them between your hand and your 2 feet. And when you're ready, we're going to rotate back down towards center. One big breath here in the center. Then go ahead and rotate your opposite foot to the side and bring your body into a forward bend in the other direction now. Keeping that back nice and flat. Again, focus on keeping those hips down so they're not turned out and open like this. We really want to make sure they're rotated forward. Nice deep breaths here. If you need to, feel free to bring your yoga blocks right here in between your ankles, or with your ankle in between, if you feel like that helps you support yourself a little bit better. When you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and bend that front knee, bring it back, and push back into downward dog. Couple breaths in downward dog, or stay here for as long as you choose. Making your yoga practice your own. Go ahead and bend the other knee. It's going to be your left knee now if you're following me, if you're mirroring me. And go ahead and bend it and bring your torso down towards the ground. Again, making sure those hips are rotated down. And if you can, bring your forehead all the way to the ground. Nice. Exhale as you push up. Root yourself in this upward position. If you need to, you can feel free to put a block under your glute on the other side to just help you ease into this pose a little more. I'd really like you to just be able to focus on releasing and letting go of your muscles. We're easing into this flow very gently, taking our time for our muscles to warm up and loosen up. And again, if you feel like it, begin to walk your heel out. Looking forward, straight back, open chest. When you're ready, go ahead and tuck that back foot and bring yourself gently back into downward dog. Breathe in really deep here. Again, make this yoga routine yours. If you feel really warmed up in these poses, flow a little more quickly through them, adding a little more vigor and exercise into them. If you're just warming up, waking up, or trying to release some stress and tension, take your time in each pose. When you're ready, bring yourself back down to tabletop. Let's do some cat-cows here. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale to cow again. Exhale to cat. Really focusing on hollowing out your stomach. Then hollowing out your back. Pushing away from the ground. And pulling everything into the ground. Dropping it towards the ground, looking up towards the sky, lifting your tailbone towards the sky, then tucking your head and tailbone in. Nice exhale. When you're ready, sit down onto your thighs. Bring your hands interlaced behind your head, very gently, down, just as we began. Again, it's not about arching down. It's not about pushing down. It's just about gently resting your hands here behind your head and tilting your chin down so gravity can take over. When you're ready, gently lift your head. Let's go ahead and reach our arms up and inhale. As we lift up to our knees, tuck your toes if you feel more comfortable. Otherwise, leave them down. exhale, bending back. Spend a few breaths there before finding your center again and coming back to our started kneeling position. Here you can find some deep, quiet breaths if you feel like it, or you're back in the starting position to go through the whole routine again. I like to do this routine at least 3 times, increasing the pace as I go, making it progressing from more of the deeper stretch type flow to a more dynamic exercise type flow. But like I always say, make the routine for you, make it something that you feel good with and comfortable with, finding variations to make it your own and to progress at your level and your comfort level. So thank you for joining me here in this Vinyasa flow. My name is Marin with Healthy Approach. I hope you enjoyed it.